All right, let's do a therapy letter where we offer up advice to someone's problem. Let's get this one on to Dear Tony, I'm a young man who's achieved a lot in my life. I'm 19 years old. I've got my bachelor's degree, and I'm married to my lovely wife of 15 months. Now, we have 2 children. One is mine, one is hers. I really do love my wife and kids, but I'm still in love with my ex-girlfriend. I broke it off with her to be with my then-girlfriend and now my wife. I think about my ex all the time. I pray and ask God to remove these thoughts, but they still come. I wake up, I eat lunch, I go to bed thinking about my ex. Even looking at my wife and kids makes me feel bad. It burdens me. What do? I consider myself very mature, and usually I'm good at confronting my emotions, but I'm afraid that if I tell my wife, she's going to leave me and take my kids. I know I'm in love with my ex because I still get goosebumps every time I think about her. I love my wife, but I want to be with my ex. Should I just live with this and hope that these feelings will go away? Or should I confront my emotions and tell my wife and or leave? Well, don't leave and don't tell your wife. Not yet anyway. You know what? For some reason, you hit a bump in the road in your marriage. First of all, quite honestly, you're really, really young to be married and to have a family. Because that young, man, it's hard to know what you want. There are exceptions to every rule, but generally speaking, man, 19 is far too young to take on that kind of load. I'll tell you this, you're probably under a lot of pressure, and the way to get away mentally is to put your mind somewhere else. You put your mind with your ex. Your ex is not a factor anymore. You've got to understand that. Your wife is where you want to be. Your kids are who you want to be with. This is your life. This is the path you've chosen. The thing is to get back on track. Staying prayerful will help. Talking to your pastor will help. Also, deciding really mentally, being strong and telling yourself, been there, done that, here's the future, here's where it's at. That's what you need to tell yourself. Now, you may need some marital counseling at some point. Maybe for yourself first, some sort of therapy, and then bring the wife into it. But I think this is solvable. So my advice is to get some help and stay prayerful. What does Tammy think? What do you think? We're going to get your calls coming up, 556-6104 on Magic 104.9.